The Hindu Editorial Dictation heading is a cautious nudge. Only structural change can restore the balance in fiscal federalism. So get ready, start. In its much awaited recommendations, which were also tabled on Sunday, the 16th Finance Commission, as anticipated, has recommended that the vertical devolution ratio, the states share in the divisible pool of central taxes be retained at 41% for the period 2026-31. States want this to be 50%. This is despite the Commission acknowledging the tightening fiscal space states face under the GST framework and that the growing mismatch between expenditure responsibilities and assured revenues has increasingly left them with recourse to market borrowings as the principal adjustment mechanism. Predictably, several states have criticized the projected devolutions for the coming fiscal but have also cautiously welcomed a tweak in the horizontal devolution formula. The fiscal deficit 16 has reworked the earlier tax effort criterion into a broader contribution to GDP measure and raised its weight sharply from 2.5% under the FC 15 to 10%. This change is intended to reward productive and efficient states and represents a modest but meaningful attempt to link governance outcomes with fiscal transfers. However, the resulting gains are deliberately restrained. The FSC 16 makes it clear that any restructuring of horizontal devolution must be undertaken gradually to avoid abrupt redistributive shocks to states that are more dependent on transfers. Accordingly, the weight accorded to demographic performance has been reduced, reflecting the view that penalizing population growth is no longer appropriate at a time when India is close to the peak of its demographic dividend. Conversely, the weight for population size has been modestly increased. The net effect is that industrialized states such as Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra see only incremental improvements in their interstate shares. This caution is understandable but also underscores the limits of the Commission's ambition. A stronger signal could have been sent through a staggered increase in vertical devolution, for instance, by committing to raise the state's share to 45% by 2031, expanding discretionary fiscal space while preserving stability. The FC16 flags the shrinking of the effective divisible pool due to sashes and surcharges, but stops short for of correcting this by recommending their inclusion in the pool. To be sure, total transfers to states are budgeting to rise by 12.2% between 2025-26 and 26-27, but rupees 1.2 lakh crore or about 42% of this increase is from revenue transfers under centrally sponsored schemes, reinforcing a governance model in which states act as implementers of priorities set in New Delhi. The FC-16's recommendations recognize the stresses in state finances but do not push for the structural change needed to restore the balance in fiscal federalism. Stop.